A lady named Melissa Cottrell dropped a video straight to her personal Instagram. Melissa isn't some clout-chasing mega influencer. Her feed is literally just wholesome family vibes and her daily knitting hobbies. But lately she uploaded a security clip that instantly blew up to nearly 2 million views. Melissa states that on March 3rd, right at midnight, an insanely loud, random explosion completely rocked her crib, making her pets lose their minds in pure terror. Ticks later, her phone lit up with a terrifying alert. Her outdoor lens had tracked a person in the yard, but the second she opened the stream, what she witnessed was 100% not a person. Watch this. At a quick glance, it's basically impossible to decode what's glitching on the screen. A totally unknown blob aggressively rubber bands between 3 different spots, looking exactly like real-time teleportation. The silhouette is super jagged and broken. But check this. Hardcore viewers actually took a second to dissect this. Ridiculously rapid motion, frame by frame. If you freeze the video at the perfect tick, a nightmare fuel feature pops right out of the blurry mess. The absolute outline of a skull is blatantly visible. This freaky Easter egg has the internet totally split. A bunch of folks are dead set that the massive boom and teleporting mean it's 100% a UFO or a Matrix glitch, while the rest swear that creepy skull proves it's a straight-up demon. What's your theory? Amoroso is a well-known TikToker out in Mexico. We've actually featured him on Haunted Frequency previously. Bro was just living a totally standard life until his entire world flipped upside down when his crib became ground zero for severe and highly aggressive ghost activity. If you recall our previous breakdown, he recorded a super creepy woman just lurking outside his pad in the dark. Amoroso is 100% positive this lady dropped a heavy black magic hex on his entire family just yesterday. On April 5th, 2026, he uploaded a brand new clip proving this horror story is nowhere near finished. Catching weird sounds from the lounge, he immediately grabbed his phone to film.
Estoy viendo la televisión. Sí, es un poco tarde, pero se escucha bastante ruido allá. Y el detalle es que mi esposa está en la planta alta con los niños durmiendo. Miren el sillón cómo se está moviendo. Ya son la 1 de la madrugada, amigos. Ya la verdad me estoy poniendo bastante nervioso. Se estaba moviendo clarito, se estaba moviendo, entré y se dejó de mover, vean. Oigan los golpes. Ya empezaron los golpes. Esto sí está muy cañón. La verdad sí me pone bastante de nervios esto. Como si alguien anduviera en la cocina, amigos. Pero la verdad, no sé. No sé si acercarme o no, amigos, la verdad. ¿Quién anda ahí? No mames, güey. Miren. A la virgen, güey. A la virgen. ¿Qué fue eso? A la madre. No mames. No digas mamadas. No mami, gente. Se me eriza la piel, cabrones. No mames. aquí, chingas a toda tu madre, güey.
When you actually analyze this video, the amount of crazy activity is just insane. Initially, the pitch-black room just feels super heavy, trying to shake the fear. Amoroso reaches over and hits the light switch. The flash instantly exposes a wooden rocking chair, moving back and forth totally by itself, with literally 0 people around. While he's recording this creepy seat, a massive crash randomly hits his front door. Bro somehow stays totally chill and walks into the corridor to check it out, but that chair instantly starts rocking again, spooked by the motion. He completely stops. Then a super creepy laugh rings out right behind him. Now, absolutely freaking out, he catches another sound at the front glass. He aims the lens outside and records a pitch-black shadow figure just chilling in the dead of night, literally staring straight into his house. Absolutely horrified, Amoroso bolts for the staircase, but while he's sprinting, that exact same evil laugh echoes right near his ears. Right before the recording suddenly dies. What's your take on this? The TikTok account, known as Cosmic Dot, usually just films the night sky, trying to spot signs of alien activity. Recently, though, the paranormal literally invaded their own bedroom by setting up a stationary security camera. They've recorded several crazy moments of what they call astral beings breaching their room. Let's check out two specific clips showcasing these weird anomalies. In this first recording, a tiny pale shape shoots across the room insanely fast. The lens barely registers it before it vanishes. In the follow-up clip, things get way crazier. That exact same anomaly shows up, but here, it aggressively shoots straight off the mattress, zipping across the frame like an absolute blur. If we drop the speed on that first video, you literally see the thing morphing and altering its shape, gliding through the air, and totally breaking physics. Comparing both videos side by side shows a creepy pattern. The overall outline, the glitched out motion, and that ridiculous speed match perfectly in both shots. The uploader heavily insists these are legit astral beings, bleeding directly into our dimension. We actually couldn't locate the initial creator for this next piece of media. It's been spammed all over social platforms, attached to a highly disturbing backstory. A guy battling intense schizophrenia was filming his room deep into the night. He was talking to what he assumed were just his mental glitches, attempting to record the weird stuff he dealt with daily. But out of nowhere, the lens catches a detail implying his nightmare is legitimately manifesting in real life. Let's check out the unedited clip.
No. Quit it. Whoa. Alexa, light on.
Breaking down this recording, the actual poltergeist action here is impossible to ignore. A hanging drape randomly starts shifting all by itself. It gets aggressively yanked sideways, looking 100% like a ghost hand is grabbing the material. This keeps going down, forcing the guy to use his standard coping trick. He manually opens and shuts the curtains, praying to just erase what he assumes is just another mental bug. But this Jimmy, the twit who doesn't quit. The absolute worst part drops right at the finale. The whole drape violently levitates off the floor and slams aggressively back down right before the video dies. What's your opinion here? Ghanim is a Saudi TikToker who actively hunts ghosts. He sometimes streams raw urban exploring sessions straight to his Snapchat, mixing up these creepy spots with chill updates from his regular routine. During a recent live broadcast, Ghanim walks into an abandoned ruin and crosses paths with a hostile spirit that literally forces him to abort the mission. Let's roll the raw tape.
في الأرض ولا في السماء وهو السميع العليم. حصنت نفسي بالحي القيوم. يا جماعة والله العظيم إني خايف قسما. بسم الله والله إني شفت أبو محمد. يا ويلي يا ويلي يا ويلي يا ويلي. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. أعوذ بكلمات الله التامات من شر ما خلق. وش ذا؟ لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله. ثم بسم الله. لا ما أقدر أستمر. لا ما أنا أعتذر منكم إخواني. القصة مرة كبيرة.
The ghost activity spikes from 0 to 100 instantly and gets brutally aggressive right away. A heavy water jug just sitting on the tiles randomly shoots forward all by itself, straight toward Ghanim's face. Previous seconds of the clip openly display the jug, completely alone on the floor, with literally 0 wires or rigs hooked to it. The invisible ghost then strikes twice, firing a shattered chunk of that exact plastic jug right at his head. Ignoring the obvious risk, Ghanim pushes further into the compound. Dead ahead in a blacked-out corridor, he catches a horrifying, pitch-black shadow anomaly, rocking glowing eyes and glaring right at his soul. Thus, Ghanim completely panics and retreats. The anomaly aggressively melts into heavy smoke and literally deletes itself from reality. The smooth transition from a solid shape into pure vapor is absolutely mind-blowing. Ghanim makes the genius call to cancel the hunt right on the spot. So what's your verdict here? This incredibly sketchy find drops out of the UK, posted up by a TikToker called Elliot Maguire. Typically, Elliot's page is all about reading spooky internet tailies that he scours from the web. He basically never claims to deal with ghosts himself, but the script flipped when his own bloodline got dragged into a crazy mystery. Elliot's uncle sadly passed back in 2017, and his property has been totally vacant since then. One random afternoon, just for fun, Elliot's cousin opted to search her deceased uncle's address on Google Street View. The thing glaring right back at her gave her absolute nightmares. Look at this.
My dead uncle's bedroom window on Google Street View 3 years after he passed. Right, this is one of those ones that sounds completely fucking made up, and I swear it's not. My Uncle Paul passed away in 2017. He lived on his own, little semi-detached in Earlham, and after he went, the house sat empty for ages because there was all this probate shit going on with the family. Nobody could agree on anything. fucking typical bollocks, and the house just sat there. So it's like 2020, right? And my cousin, Paul's daughter, she's looking at the house on Google Maps because she's trying to show a fella where she grew up, and she zooms in on the street view and she screenshots it and sends it to the family group chat, and she just goes, what the fuck is that? And in the upstairs bedroom, you can see what looks like a person standing there behind the net curtain, just a dark shape, but it's clearly a person's outline. Head, shoulders, you can even sort of make out they're looking down towards the street.
Here's exactly what Elliot meant. As we punch in on the empty crib, a horrifying Easter egg pops up. Focus hard on that bottom floor glass, posted right behind the pane. Staring dead at the road is the blatant silhouette of a human. But here is where things get incredibly cursed. The official date code on this Google Street View is 2019.
You can check the date on Street View, right? The Google car thing went past in 2019, 2 years after Uncle Paul had gone.
Literally 2 years after Elliot's uncle was buried. Once we bump the contrast, it's 100% undeniable that somebody is camping there. After spotting this glitch, Elliot's cousin hopped in the car to inspect the house.
But my cousin went to the house to check, and the net curtains in that room were flat. Like, there was nothing behind them that could make that shape. No coat stand, no furniture.
They discovered the spot was entirely deadbolted, 100% vacant, and the blinds on that exact glass were totally sealed. And to make it way worse, the cousin swears that the dark shape the Google car logged is a dead ringer for their past uncle.
But my cousin says the shape looked like her dad. She said it looked like the way he used to stand at the window watching for a car when she comes to visit. And I haven't got an answer for that one. I haven't got a rational fucking comeback at all.
So, was this literally just a squatter who picked the locks and camped out in the empty rooms? Or did the Google rig actually photograph a ghost, forever bound to its old crib? You tell me. Out in Belfast, Northern Ireland, a crazy security tape just leaked online. It was dropped straight from the official TikTok page. For the Crumlin Road Jail, this massive rock castle used to be a hardcore penitentiary before getting officially shut down in 1996. Right now, it's just a local museum running daytime tours and late-night ghost hunting events. The lockup holds a super brutal past and is famous for generating heavy poltergeist action, but what their CCTV lenses recorded straight inside the fully illuminated souvenir shop. After closing time is 100% baffling, check out the raw feed. If we analyze the camera data, the dead silence of the vacant store is randomly shattered despite the stock being perfectly balanced on the racks. One specific novel gets violently shoved outward, dropping straight to the tiles. But it keeps going, sequentially. A total of exactly 5 novels get ejected off the rack by an invisible hand. That number 5 is incredibly sinister here because historians and ghost hunters swear the demonic activity here basically always drops in sets of 5. A creepy callback allegedly tied to 5 specific inmates who caught the death penalty right inside those cell blocks. But the employees tasked with fixing the display pointed out the absolute worst Easter egg of the whole event. When they inspected the novels the ghost had tossed, they noticed every last one of them was a copy of a book named Hanged at the Crumlin Road Jail. Could this literally just be a super precise gust of wind inside an aging fortress? Drop your thoughts. This next cut drops from a TikToker named Charlie. If you browse through Charlie's grid, you're gonna find exactly 0 paranormal bait. His uploads are 100% chill, wholesome family vlogs, snacks, and just vibing with his brothers. But his feed took a massive, scary U-turn. Once, his older neighbor confessed that her crib was super haunted. She swore that glitchy stuff was popping off 24/7, and ultimately invited Charlie and his buddy to witness the madness. Liv, totally skeptical but wanting content. The duo packed their lens to vlog the entire trip. What they logged was, like Nuke always says, absolutely bone-chilling. Watch this.
Yeah.
There's absolutely nothing in.
No.
Take some of that. Right, come out, I'm going to shut doors so you shall open it.
Yeah?
Share the window if you won't. Right.
Yeah.
Oh my God! I've slammed it shut. It's not
Yeah.
faulty, arm has been checked.
Yeah.
But, are you ready?
Yeah.
Emma, open door, please.
Oh, she's not playing.
Give a chance. You could walk away and show it. Emma, open my door, please. I want to see you. I want to see you. Come on. Did you hear that noise in there then?
Oh.
Thank you. No, that was just that's not me. Nothing in there.
Oh, the clip kicks off with the older lady escorting the
begins
dudes
with the elderly
right
woman
into a
showing
random
the guys
bedroom.
into one
She
of the bedrooms.
actively ensures the
She
lens
makes sure the camera
fully
clearly
documents
captures
that
that
the
the room
space
is
is 100%
completely empty.
vacant.
There are
Zero
no open
cracked
windows, no hidden
zero
strings,
rigged wires,
and absolutely
and
no
literally
one
nobody
hiding
camping
inside.
in the closet.
They
all
all
back
step
into
out
the
into the
corridor,
hallway,
and she
and she
firmly
pulls
yanks
the door shut.
closed.
Then
she lightly
she gently
taps the
knocks
panel.
on the wood.
Immediately,
Instantly,
the knob physically
the door handle
rotates,
unlatches,
and the door swings
and the
wide
door
open by
creaks
itself.
open entirely
Since
on
Charlie
its own.
and his bro are still
Because
holding
Charlie
on to their
and his
doubts,
friend remain
assuming
highly
it's just a
skeptical,
busted lock
believing
or
it might just
heavy
be a
wind.
broken latch
The lady
or a draft.
volunteers
The
to
woman
run the
agrees
test
to
a
do it
second
again.
time.
You
can
can
blatantly
clearly
hear
hear
the heavy
the metal
hardware
latch
click
click
perfectly
securely
into the
into the
jam.
frame.
She even
She
shouts
even
the
pushes
timber
against the
to
wood to prove
verify
that it is
that it's
firmly locked
completely
in place
deadbolted and
and
literally
cannot simply
physically
blow
cannot
open.
just blow open.
Then
she lifts
she
her
raises
fist
her
and drops a
hand
couple
and knocks a
knocks.
few times.
Basically, a second
Almost
later,
immediately,
the lock
the handle
disengages
unlatches,
and the panel
and the
swings
door
out
opens
to
to
expose
reveal
the
the
empty
empty
room
room
yet
once
again.
more.
What's your verdict?
What do you think?
This upcoming video is proof that occasionally the absolute scariest events drop during basic daily chores. It spawns from an American TikToker whose platform is super underground, holding just 7 uploads of pure, casual gaming footage. On standard family clips, he has 0 track record of uploading any ghost bait. Somehow, one random cut from his interior surveillance setup just totally went viral, racking up past 800,000 views. And the reason is totally justified. It logs the exact second his spouse came back to unload the weekly groceries. But it looks like she wasn't rolling solo in the kitchen. Let's run the raw file.
Sir? Okay, hold on. It's just... It's... Oh no. Here, go back to the... Whoa. Okay. Alright, let's get you out that car. Let's go outside, crazy boy. Let's go outside, crazy boy. Good job, go outside.
On
At
a quick
first
watch,
glance, it is
it's
incredibly
super
easy
easy
to brush
debunk
this
this
incident
event
off as
as
nothing more than
literally
gravity.
just basic gravity.
As the video is
Once
replayed,
you
you
rewind
see the
the
woman
clip,
place a
you
heavy
notice
grocery bag
the
on the
lady
table
drop a
and
massive
walk out
bag
of
on the
frame.
counter and casually
A few
step out
seconds
of
later,
the shot.
the bag
but
simply
ticks later,
topples over.
the sack randomly
Skeptics
tips
were
right
quick to
over.
point out that this is
Debunkers
entirely
instantly
normal.
commented that
Just
this
the
happens
item
all the
shifting and
time,
settling
claiming the
inside the
cargo
bag.
was just
But
rebalancing
then,
inside
when you
the paper.
isolate the
But
audio
wait,
just a
if
fraction
you
of a
solo
second
the
before
audio
the bag
track,
falls,
literally
the
a
true horror
microsecond
of the
before the
video
bag
is
crashes, the actual
Cutting
nightmare
through the
element
quiet
of
of
this
the empty
clip is
kitchen,
exposed.
you can clearly
Slicing
hear a
right
distinct,
through the dead
raspy
silence of the
voice
vacant room.
whisper a
You
single
blatantly
word.
catch a creepy,
Hi.
raspy vocal dropping a single word. Hi. Was
Was
some
an unseen
invisible
house
squatter
guest
just
politely
trying to be
welcoming her
friendly?
home?
What
What
are
do you
your
think?
thoughts? This next clip drops from the TikTok page The Green Manor, showcasing a duo who just copped a gorgeous but incredibly intimidating 263-year-old estate, while the vintage aesthetic was a huge plus. The plot featured a highly cursed bonus. Their rear lawn borders an absolutely giant, ancient graveyard. By the way, there's an old-ass creepy historic cemetery that our yard backs up too. I have no idea that this is Ivana Ching. Way back in 2025, the lady literally joked that they were guaranteed to eventually deal with some paranormal nonsense. Sadly, her prophecy was 100% accurate. Once you start doing that, weird things are gonna happen. Weird things are going to fucking happen. After catching a bunch of massive knocks, bouncing down the corridors, she grabbed her phone to log the chaos. Let's run the unedited tape. The reason this clip is so top tier and insanely scary is the actual lighting, beating the usual ghost clips filmed in trash quality darkness. This specific hallway is fully illuminated, giving zero chance for weird shadows to cause optical illusions. While the lady tracks down the tapping noise, keep your eyes locked on the door heading to the second floor. You can blatantly watch the heavy metal handle start to slowly and forcefully rotate by itself. It literally shakes exactly like it would if a real human was posted up on the reverse side of the panel, attempting to push in. Mustering her bravery, she finally forces the panel wide open and scales the steps to clear the area. But the absolute worst part of this upload is the climax. The whole top level is 100% vacant. There is literally nobody hanging out up there. Has some invisible entity been squatting on the second floor of this 263-year-old crib way before they ever signed the deed? What's your take?